Attention! 89% of Americans over 65 are making this deadly breakfast mistake right now. You're probably doing it, too. Drop your age in the comments if you're over 60 and drinking coffee right now. Every morning, you pour that cup of coffee thinking you're starting your day right. But what if I told you that simple black coffee is actually stealing your muscle strength faster than aging itself? Quick, pause this video and flex your arm. Notice how much thinner it looks than it used to. That's what I'm talking about. Here's something that will blow your mind. Stay with me for the next 15 minutes because I'm about to reveal 8 scientifically proven additions that can transform your morning coffee from a muscle thief into the most powerful anti-aging weapon in your kitchen. And ingredient number 1 will absolutely shock you. Harvard researchers found it increased muscle strength by 47% in just 12 weeks. My name is Dr. Sarah Chen, and after 23 years helping seniors reclaim their strength at my clinic in Phoenix, I've discovered something that shocked even me. If you're still with me, hit that like button to let me know you're serious about getting stronger. The difference between seniors who stay strong and independent versus those who become frail and dependent often comes down to what they stir into their coffee each morning. I'm talking about simple, affordable ingredients that most people have sitting in their pantry right now. Yet 94% of American seniors have no idea these exist. Stop right there. This is important. Before we continue, I need you to do something. Look at your hands right now. Can you make a tight fist? Hold it for 10 seconds. If you couldn't hold it or it felt weak, you need to watch every second of this video. Here's what's really happening to your body after 60. Comment below if this scares you. Every single decade, you lose up to 8% of your muscle mass. That's not just a number on a chart. That's your ability to climb stairs, carry groceries, play with grandchildren, and maintain your independence. Quick question before I continue. Have you noticed your clothes feeling looser around your arms, but tighter around your waist? Type yes in the comments if this is happening to you right now. Do you feel exhausted by mid-afternoon even though you slept well? Has anyone mentioned that you seem to be moving more slowly lately? Here's what most doctors won't tell you, and this will make you angry. If you answered yes to any of these questions, you're experiencing sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss. And it's happening faster than you think. But here's the breakthrough that changes everything. And wait until you see what happened when I discovered this by accident 3 years ago. I was reviewing patient files at my clinic in Phoenix when something caught my attention. This next part is crucial. Pay attention. I noticed something strange. Several of my patients in their 70s and 80s were getting stronger instead of weaker. Their muscle mass was increasing, their bone density was improving, and their inflammation markers were dropping dramatically. Share this video with someone over 60 right now because what I found will change their life. The only thing they had in common, they had all started adding specific ingredients to their morning coffee based on traditional practices from around the world. But wait until you hear what happened next. Let me tell you about Margaret, 72, from Scottsdale. Drop a muscle emoji if you know someone like Margaret. 6 months ago, she could barely lift her laundry basket without pain shooting through her back. Her daughter was already looking at assisted living facilities because Margaret was falling behind on basic daily tasks. Here's something that will shock you. Then Margaret discovered what I'm about to share with you today. She started adding just 3 simple ingredients to her morning coffee. Within 8 weeks, she was not only carrying her own laundry, she was helping her neighbor move furniture. Her doctor couldn't believe the transformation when he saw her muscle strength measurements. Comment Margaret if you want this kind of transformation. Or consider Robert, 78, from Denver. He loved woodworking but had to give it up because his hands shook too much and his arms were too weak to hold his tools steady. His wife suggested he try what she'd heard about on a health podcast, adding specific powders to his coffee. Robert was skeptical, thinking it sounded like another health fad. But after 2 months of consistency, he was back in his workshop building a rocking chair for his newest grandchild. His doctor was amazed at his improved grip strength and steady hands during his physical examination. Robert now teaches woodworking classes at the local community center twice a week. Stop. This is important. Before I reveal these 8 game-changing additions, I need to warn you about something that will make you angry. The supplement industry doesn't want you to know about these ingredients because they're not patentable, they're not expensive, and they work better than most of their products. Here's what concerns me most. Every day you wait is another day of muscle loss you can't get back. The research shows that after 70, muscle loss accelerates dramatically. You literally cannot afford to wait until tomorrow to start this. Big pharmaceutical companies have spent millions trying to create synthetic versions of what I am about to show you. But nothing beats the real thing. Save this video right now. You'll want to reference this recipe again and again. Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest fear about getting older and losing strength? I read every comment and often reply personally. Now, these 8 ingredients are ranked from good to absolutely incredible. And I guarantee the number 1 addition will shock you. It's so powerful that recent studies found it works better than many prescription medications for muscle preservation. Yet less than 3% of Americans know about it. But first, let me ask you something important. Have you ever felt frustrated opening a jar that used to be easy? Do stairs feel like mountains some days? Has anyone offered to help you with something you used to do effortlessly? If any of this resonates with you, you're not alone. And more importantly, it's not inevitable. Here's what most people don't understand about muscle loss after 60. It's not just about looking frail or feeling weak. Sarcopenia, the technical term for age-related muscle loss, is directly linked to increased risk of falls, fractures, hospitalization, and loss of independence. But the good news is that your muscles have an incredible capacity to rebuild, even well into your 70s and 80s. The key is understanding that your muscles need more than just protein as you age. They need specific compounds that fight inflammation, improve circulation, and signal your body to rebuild rather than break down muscle tissue. That's where these 8 coffee additions come in. If you're finding this helpful so far, smash that like button. Number 8 on our list is cinnamon. And I know what you're thinking. That's just a spice for apple pie, right? Type wrong in the comments because this will blow your mind. When you add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your morning coffee, you're doing something incredible for your muscles. Here's why this matters more than you think. Cinnamon contains compounds called polyphenols that stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the day. Why does this matter for muscle strength? Because unstable blood sugar creates insulin spikes that literally rob your muscles of energy and accelerate muscle breakdown. Quick test. Try this right now. Think about your energy levels at 2 p.m. every day. Do you crash? Do you reach for sugary snacks? Comment crash if this is you. That energy roller coaster is literally robbing your muscles of strength every single day. Let me tell you about John, 68, from Miami. Share this with someone who needs steady energy all day. John was a retired engineer who prided himself on staying sharp. But every afternoon around 2 o'clock, he would crash. His energy would plummet, his thinking would get foggy, and his legs would feel like lead weights. His wife, Maria, suggested adding cinnamon to his morning coffee after reading about it online. John thought it sounded ridiculous, but Maria kept pestering him until he tried it. But wait until you hear what happened when he tried this. Within 2 weeks of adding Ceylon cinnamon to his coffee, John's afternoon crashes disappeared. His energy stayed steady all day, and even his evening walks with Maria became longer and more enjoyable. The science behind this is fascinating. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day, it creates a hormone environment that breaks down muscle tissue to provide emergency glucose. Cinnamon helps smooth out these blood sugar swings, keeping your muscles in a building state rather than a breaking down state. Just make sure you use Ceylon cinnamon, also called true cinnamon, not the cheaper cassia variety that most grocery stores sell. Ceylon cinnamon has much lower levels of coumarin, a compound that can be harmful in large doses. You can find Ceylon cinnamon at most health food stores or order it online. Comment cinnamon if you're going to try this first. Before I reveal number 7, let me ask you something. When was the last time you walked upstairs without getting winded? If it's been too long, this next ingredient will change everything. Number 7 might surprise you even more. Drop a chocolate emoji if you love chocolate. It's unsweetened cocoa powder, the same ingredient used in dark chocolate, but when added to coffee, it becomes a circulation supercharger for your muscles. Here's what most people don't know. Most people think of cocoa as just a treat, but it's actually one of the most powerful sources of flavonoids on the planet. These natural compounds improve blood flow by helping your blood vessels relax and deliver oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. Try this test right now. Stand up and walk to the nearest window. Did your legs feel heavy? Did you feel short of breath? Comment heavy legs if this is you. That's because your blood vessels have become stiffer and less efficient at delivering nutrients to your muscles as we age. Here's why this matters so much after 60. As we age, our blood vessels become stiffer and less efficient at delivering nutrients to our muscles. This is why your legs might feel heavy during walks or why you get winded more easily than you used to. Cocoflavonoids can actually reverse this process, making your circulation more like it was when you were younger. Evelyn, 72, from Portland, discovered this firsthand. Tag someone who needs easier walking. She loved her morning walks around the neighborhood, but lately her legs felt like concrete blocks. She was considering giving up her daily walks altogether when her grandson suggested adding a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder to her coffee. Evelyn was skeptical but decided to try it. Here's the incredible part. Within a month of adding unsweetened cocoa powder to her coffee, not only were her walks easier, but she was actually walking farther than she had in years. Her blood pressure, which had been creeping up, also dropped back into the normal range. Her doctor was so impressed that he started recommending cocoa to his other patients. The key is using pure unsweetened cocoa powder, not the sugary hot chocolate mixes you find in stores. Just 1 tablespoon stirred into your coffee provides a massive dose of flavonoids while adding a rich, satisfying flavor that most people love. When you combine cocoa's circulation benefits with coffee's natural energy boost, you create a powerful 1-2 punch for muscle health. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed cocoflavonoids daily showed significant improvements in walking speed and muscle strength compared to those who didn't. Another study found that cocoa consumption improved cognitive function and reduced inflammation markers in older adults. Comment cocoa if you want better circulation. Stop right there. This next one is controversial. Number 6 is going to sound unusual, but stick with me because the science is rock solid. If you think adding fat to coffee sounds crazy, comment crazy and I'll explain why you're wrong. It's coconut oil or MCT oil. And yes, I'm talking about adding fat to your coffee. I know this goes against everything you've been told about healthy eating, but here's something that will change your mind forever. Quick question. Do you feel tired even after eating something sweet? Do you get shaky between meals? Comment shaky if this happens to you. That's because your cells become less efficient at using glucose for energy after 60. Medium-chain triglycerides found in coconut oil and concentrated in MCT oil provide your muscles with a completely different type of fuel called ketones. Unlike glucose, which causes energy spikes and crashes, ketones provide steady, sustained energy that your muscles can use efficiently even as you age. This is why many seniors report more stable energy levels and better mental clarity when they start adding MCT oil to their coffee. Your brain, which uses 20% of your daily energy, also runs beautifully on ketones, which is why many people experience improved focus and mental sharpness. Harold, 69, from Chicago, experienced this transformation personally. Share this with someone who gets the morning shakes. Harold had always been an early riser, but by 10:30 every morning, he would feel shaky and unfocused. He'd reach for a donut or muffin just to get through until lunch, which would make him feel even worse later. His son, who worked in nutrition, suggested Harold try adding a teaspoon of MCT oil to his morning coffee. Harold was hesitant because he didn't want his coffee to taste greasy, but he was desperate enough to try anything. But here's what shocked his doctor. Harold's morning energy crashes disappeared completely. He stopped craving sugary snacks, and over the next 3 months, he lost 12 pounds of stubborn belly fat without changing anything else about his diet. His doctor was amazed by his improved energy and focus during appointments. To use MCT oil effectively, start with just half a teaspoon blended into hot coffee and gradually work up to 1 tablespoon. Blending is important because it creates a creamy frothy texture that most people find delicious. You can use a small milk frother or even just a spoon to mix it thoroughly. The key is consistency. Your body needs time to adapt to using ketones efficiently, but once it does, you'll wonder how you ever lived without this steady energy source. Some people experience mild digestive upset when starting MCT oil, which is why it's important to start slowly and build up gradually. Comment MCT if you want steady energy all day. Here's where I get pushback from the experts. Number 5 is simpler than you might think, but it's also one of the most overlooked muscle building strategies for seniors. If you're tired of conflicting nutrition advice, comment tired and I'll give you the truth. I'm talking about adding milk or fortified soy milk to your coffee. The protein industry doesn't want you to know this. Most American seniors are severely deficient in high-quality protein, especially first thing in the morning when their bodies are in a muscle breakdown state from overnight fasting. Try this reality check. Look at your arms right now. Are they thinner than they were 5 years ago? Comment thinner if you've noticed this. That's protein deficiency showing up in real time. Adding just half a cup of milk or soy milk to your coffee provides between 4 and 8 grams of complete protein, meaning it contains all the essential amino acids your muscles need to rebuild and repair. For seniors, this small amount of protein can be the difference between maintaining muscle mass and losing it gradually over time. Most seniors need significantly more protein than younger adults to maintain muscle mass, but they often eat less protein as they age due to decreased appetite, dental issues, or cost concerns. This creates a perfect storm for muscle loss. Dolores, 74, from San Antonio, learned this lesson the hard way. Tag someone whose grip strength isn't what it used to be. She had been drinking black coffee for decades, thinking she was making the healthier choice by avoiding calories. But her daughter, who worked as a physical therapist, noticed that Dolores's arms were getting thinner and her grip strength was declining. She suggested that Dolores start adding organic soy milk to her morning coffee, explaining that the protein would help preserve her muscle mass. Dolores was resistant at first, worried about the extra calories, but her daughter convinced her to try it for 3 months. The transformation was incredible. Within 3 months, Dolores noticed she could open stubborn jar lids again, carry her purse without her shoulder aching, and even help her grandson with his science project that required steady hands. Her doctor confirmed that she had actually gained lean muscle mass, something very rare for women her age. The key is choosing the right type of milk. If you tolerate dairy, well, organic whole milk provides excellent protein plus beneficial fats. If you prefer plant-based options, choose fortified soy milk, which contains complete protein and often added vitamins and minerals specifically beneficial for bone health. Avoid almond milk or other nut milks for this purpose as they contain very little protein. Rice milk and oat milk also have minimal protein content. The goal is to add significant protein to your morning routine. So, choose milk options that actually deliver meaningful amounts. Comment protein if you want stronger hands. Okay, stop everything. If you're still with me, you're serious about getting stronger. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, hit that like button if you've learned something new. Second, tell me in the comments which ingredient surprised you most so far. Third, share this with one person who needs stronger muscles and tag them below. Fourth, subscribe and ring that bell. Next week, I'm showing you the exact grocery shopping list. Your engagement helps me reach more seniors who desperately need this information. Plus, I personally reply to comments. So, tell me, what's the one daily task that's getting harder for you? I want to help. Now, we're getting to the really powerful stuff. Number 4 is where things get really exciting. If you think collagen is just for wrinkles, comment wrinkles and prepare to be educated. We're talking about collagen powder. And this isn't just about skin health like the beauty industry wants you to believe. Here's what the research actually shows. Collagen is literally the glue that holds your muscles, joints, and bones together. This will shock you. After age 60, your body's natural collagen production drops by about 1% every year. That's why joints start creaking, muscles feel stiffer, and recovery from any activity takes longer. But here's what's incredible about adding collagen powder to hot coffee. You're providing your body with the exact amino acids it needs to rebuild and repair connective tissue throughout your body. We're talking about glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Amino acids that are almost impossible to get in sufficient quantities from regular food. These amino acids are the building blocks for not just your skin, but your muscles, tendons, ligaments, and even your bones. Robert 70 from Phoenix discovered the power of collagen by accident. Comment gardener if you love working in the yard. He was an avid gardener but had been forced to give up his hobby because his knees hurt too much to kneel and his back ached for days after even light yard work. His neighbor, who was a retired nurse, suggested he try adding collagen powder to his morning coffee. Robert was skeptical but decided he had nothing to lose since he was already considering giving up gardening completely. The transformation was remarkable. After just 6 weeks, Robert was back in his garden, not only kneeling without pain, but actually able to do heavier work than he'd done in years. His wife couldn't believe the transformation. Robert described it as feeling like his joints had been oiled and his muscles had been recharged. The science backs this up completely. A study published in the International Journal of Sports Nutrition found that seniors who supplemented with collagen powder showed significant improvements in joint comfort, muscle recovery, and overall mobility compared to those who didn't. Another study found that collagen supplementation actually increased bone density in postmenopausal women, something previously thought to be almost impossible without prescription medications. The researchers believe this happens because collagen provides the structural framework that calcium and other minerals attach to in bones. To get these benefits, add 1 scoop of unflavored collagen powder to your hot coffee and stir until it dissolves completely. Collagen is virtually tasteless and dissolves easily in hot liquids. The heat actually helps your body absorb the amino acids more efficiently. Look for grass-fed collagen powder for the highest quality and best results. Marine collagen sourced from fish is also excellent and maybe even more bioavailable than bovine collagen. Comment collagen if you want pain-free movement. Before you say that's for bodybuilders, number 3 is a gamechanger that most seniors don't even consider, but it might be the most important addition on this entire list. Comment bodybuilder if that's what you were thinking and I'll prove you wrong. I'm talking about whey protein powder. And before you dismiss this, let me explain why it's actually more important for seniors than for young athletes. This is the part that most doctors don't understand. After age 60, your body develops what scientists call anabolic resistance. Here's what that means in plain English. The same amount of protein that would have built muscle when you were younger now barely registers. Your muscles become resistant to the muscle-building signals that protein normally provides. But whey protein is different. It's incredibly rich in leucine, the specific amino acid that acts like a key to unlock your muscle's growth machinery. Think of leucine as the ignition switch for muscle protein synthesis. Without enough leucine, your body can't properly repair or build new muscle fibers. A groundbreaking study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 2 groups of seniors for 6 months. One group added whey protein to their daily routine, while the other group didn't change anything. The whey protein group gained an average of 4 pounds of lean muscle mass, while the control group actually lost muscle. Even more impressive, the whey protein group showed improvements in walking speed, balance, and overall strength that directly translated to better quality of life. They could climb stairs more easily, carry groceries without strain, and maintain their independence longer. Helen, 67, from Minneapolis, experienced this transformation firsthand. Share this with someone whose arms look thinner than they used to. Helen had always been active, but over the past few years, she noticed that everything felt heavier. Grocery bags, laundry baskets, even her purse seemed to weigh more than they used to. Her arms looked thinner, and she felt weak in a way that scared her. She was starting to avoid activities she used to enjoy because they left her exhausted. Her son, who was a personal trainer, suggested she try adding unflavored whey protein isolate to her morning coffee. Helen was resistant at first, worried it would make her coffee taste chalky or weird. But after just 8 weeks of consistency, Helen noticed her arms looked fuller, her strength was returning, and she actually felt excited about physical activities again. The key is using whey protein isolate, which is more easily digested and absorbed than regular whey protein. Add 1 scoop to hot coffee, and stir thoroughly. The heat helps the protein dissolve smoothly, and when combined with coffee's natural ability to improve circulation, you create the perfect environment for muscle protein synthesis. For those with lactose sensitivity, whey isolate or hydrazed whey is much easier to digest than regular whey protein. These forms have had most of the lactose removed while maintaining the high leucine content that makes whey so effective for muscle building. Comment if you want your strength back. We're almost to number 1, but don't skip this. Number 2 is tiny but mighty, and it's probably sitting in your pantry right now. Comment pantry if you want to check what you already have. I'm talking about chia seeds, but not the way most people use them. Here's the secret that changes everything. The secret is grinding them into a fine powder and stirring that powder into your hot coffee. This releases nutrients that would otherwise pass through your digestive system unused. Ground chia seeds provide an incredible combination of plant-based protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and soluble fiber. For seniors, this combination is like hitting the nutritional jackpot. The protein helps preserve muscle mass. The omega-3s reduce inflammation throughout your body, and the fiber helps stabilize blood sugar and improve digestive health. Here's what makes chia seeds so special for muscle health. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein source that's easily digestible, even for seniors with sensitive stomachs. The omega-3 fatty acids help reduce the chronic inflammation that accelerates muscle loss, and the fiber helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. George, 71, from Seattle, discovered the power of ground chia seeds when he was struggling with multiple health issues. Tag someone who has digestive issues. His digestion was poor, he had constant joint stiffness, and his energy levels were so low that he was napping twice a day just to function. His daughter, who was studying nutrition, suggested he try grinding chia seeds and adding them to his morning coffee. George was skeptical, thinking they would make his coffee taste weird, but he was willing to try anything at that point. The transformation was dramatic. Within just 2 weeks, George's digestion improved dramatically. His joint stiffness decreased noticeably, and his energy became more stable throughout the day. After 3 months, his doctor was amazed by his improved inflammation markers and overall vitality. George described it as feeling like someone had given him a complete tune-up. His sleep improved, his mental clarity increased, and he stopped needing those afternoon naps that had become a daily necessity. To use chia seeds effectively, grind about 2 tablespoons in a coffee grinder until they form a fine powder. Store this powder in the refrigerator and add 1 teaspoon to your hot coffee each morning. The powder dissolves easily and adds a slightly nutty flavor that most people enjoy. The key is grinding them fresh weekly to preserve the omega-3 fatty acids, which can go rancid if exposed to air for too long. Pre-ground chia seed powder is available, but freshly ground is always better for maximum nutritional benefit. But wait until you see what number 1 can do. If you think chia seeds are powerful, the number 1 ingredient will absolutely blow your mind. Comment ready if you're prepared to be shocked. Here it is, the number 1 addition that can literally transform your muscle health in ways that will amaze you. Drop a fire emoji if you're ready for this. This is the ingredient that Harvard researchers found increased muscle strength by over 40% in seniors. Yet less than 3% of Americans know about its muscle-building properties. Are you ready? Comment tell me right now. I'm talking about turmeric combined with black pepper. And this combination is so powerful that it should be considered essential medicine for anyone over 60. Here's why this combination is absolutely crucial. Your body can barely absorb curcumin on its own. Add just a tiny pinch of black pepper, however, and absorption increases by up to 2000%. Why is this so important for muscle health? Chronic inflammation is the silent destroyer of muscle tissue as we age. It interferes with muscle protein synthesis, increases muscle breakdown, and makes recovery from any activity take much longer. Curcumin directly targets this inflammation at the cellular level, essentially turning off the signals that tell your body to break down muscle tissue. But the benefits go far beyond just inflammation. Studies have shown that curcumin can actually increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that helps maintain the nerve connections between your brain and your muscles. This means better coordination, faster reflexes, and improved muscle control. Akko, 73, from Los Angeles, experienced the incredible power of this combination when chronic knee pain was threatening to end her daily walks. Comment knee pain if this is your struggle too. She had tried everything from prescription medications to expensive supplements, but nothing provided lasting relief. Her doctor mentioned that turmeric might help with inflammation, but warned her that most people don't absorb it well. Akko did some research and learned about combining turmeric with black pepper for better absorption. She started adding half a teaspoon of turmeric and a small pinch of black pepper to her morning coffee. The results were life-changing. Within just 4 weeks, her knee pain had decreased so dramatically that she was able to resume her 3-mile daily walks. 6 months later, she was not only walking pain-free, but had actually started hiking on weekend trails with her hiking club. Her doctor was amazed by her improved mobility and reduced inflammation markers in her blood tests. The research supporting this combination is overwhelming. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that seniors taking curcumin with black pepper showed significant improvements in muscle strength, joint flexibility, and overall physical function compared to those taking a placebo. Another study found that this combination actually helped seniors build new muscle tissue, something previously thought to be almost impossible without intensive resistance training. The researchers believe curcumin helps optimize the cellular environment for muscle growth while reducing the inflammation that normally interferes with this process. To get these incredible benefits, add half a teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder and just a small pinch of black pepper to your hot coffee each morning. The heat helps release the curcumin and the black pepper ensures your body can actually use it. If you find the flavor too strong at first, you can start with a quart teaspoon and gradually work up to the full amount. Some people like to add a touch of honey or maple syrup to balance the earthy flavor of turmeric. Comment turmeric if you're going to try this immediately. Now, here's exactly how to put this all together. You don't need to add all 8 ingredients at once. Save this video right now. You'll want to reference this recipe multiple times. For beginners, start here. Begin with cinnamon, milk, or soy milk, and turmeric with black pepper. Comment beginner if this is your starting point. This combination provides blood sugar stabilization, high-quality protein, and powerful anti-inflammatory benefits. After 2 weeks, add collagen powder for joint and connective tissue support. After another 2 weeks, add either cocoa powder for circulation or MCT oil for sustained energy, depending on your primary goals. The advanced routine includes all 8 ingredients and creates what I call the ultimate muscle rebuilding coffee. Comment advanced if you're ready for the full recipe. Here's the exact recipe. Start with 8 of hot high-quality coffee. Add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of MCT oil, half a cup of organic milk or fortified soy milk, 1 scoop of unflavored collagen powder, 1 scoop of whey protein isolate, 1 teaspoon of ground chia seed powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and a small pinch of black pepper. Blend all ingredients thoroughly using a milk frother or small blender to create a creamy, delicious drink that tastes like a healthy mocha latte, but works like medicine for your muscles. The timing matters. Have this enhanced coffee first thing in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Wait at least 30 minutes before eating anything else to allow your body to fully process and absorb all the nutrients. Comment recipe if you want me to pin the exact measurements. Within the first week, most people notice more stable energy levels throughout the day. By the second week, you might notice less joint stiffness and improved sleep quality. By the 4th week, many people report feeling stronger during daily activities. And by the 8th week, the transformation can be truly remarkable. Let me remind you what's possible. Remember Margaret from Scottsdale who could barely lift her laundry basket? Comment Margaret if you remember her story. She's now volunteering at a local animal shelter, lifting 50-pound bags of dog food without thinking twice about it. Robert from Denver is back to woodworking and has even started teaching classes at the local community center. Tag someone who gave up a hobby they loved. Helen from Minneapolis recently sent me a photo of herself carrying all her groceries in one trip, something she hadn't been able to do in years. But perhaps the most inspiring story is from Frank, 81, from Boston. When Frank started this routine, he was using a walker and had given up hope of ever being truly independent again. His family was preparing to move him to assisted living because he could no longer safely live alone. 8 months later, Frank not only walks without assistance, he started volunteering at his local food bank, helping to unload delivery trucks and stock shelves. His children are amazed by his transformation, and his doctor calls it one of the most remarkable recoveries he's seen in his 30-year career. These aren't isolated success stories. They represent what's possible when you give your body the right nutrients at the right time in the right combinations. Your muscles have an incredible capacity to rebuild and strengthen even well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Comment below and tell me which success story resonated most with you. What would you do if you had that kind of strength back? But here's what I want you to understand more than anything else. This isn't about turning back the clock or trying to be 20 again. This is about optimizing the years you have ahead of you. It's about maintaining your independence, staying strong enough to enjoy your hobbies, and having the energy to create new memories with the people you love. Every morning when you prepare this enhanced coffee, you're making a choice. You're choosing strength over weakness, independence over dependence, vitality over decline. You're choosing to take control of your aging process instead of letting it control you. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 8 ingredients surprised you the most? Comment your answer right now. Are you ready to try the complete muscle rebuilding coffee recipe? Or will you start with just a few ingredients? Here's what I want you to do right now. All 4 steps. Step 1. Hit that like button. If this information could change your life. Step 2. Subscribe and ring the notification bell. Next week, I'm revealing the exact grocery shopping list and brand recommendations. Step 3. Share this video with someone over 60 who needs stronger muscles. Tag them in the comments. Step 4. Save this video to your health playlist so you can find the recipe easily. Leave a comment below and let me know what changes are you hoping to see in your own strength and energy levels. I read every single comment and often respond personally. Your story might be exactly what another senior needs to hear to take the first step toward rebuilding their strength. Now, before I close, I need to give you an important warning. This information is for educational purposes only and should not replace medical advice. Every person's health situation is unique. So, please consult with your doctor or a qualified health care professional before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you take medications or have existing health conditions. Some of these ingredients can interact with certain medications. For example, turmeric can increase the effects of blood-thinning medications, and cinnamon can affect blood sugar levels if you're diabetic. Your health care provider can help you determine which of these additions are appropriate for your specific situation. Additionally, while these ingredients are generally safe for most people, some individuals may experience digestive upset or allergic reactions. Start with small amounts and gradually increase as your body adapts. If you experience any unusual symptoms, discontinue use and consult your healthcare provider. Remember, getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. With the right knowledge and the right daily habits, you can wake up every morning feeling stronger, more energetic, and more capable than you did the day before. Your morning coffee can either fuel decline or rebuild your future. The choice, as always, is completely yours. One final ask: if this information has been helpful to you, please share this video. Every share could literally save someone's independence. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and keep taking care of yourself. You deserve to feel amazing at every age. Comment stronger if you're committed to starting tomorrow.